Hey, this is Norman Penfield. Several of my friends have asked me to send them pictures of this year's project, which was putting up the stone walls around my trail in my garden and behind my house, as well as replacing the old wooden water wheel, which I did, but this time instead of going back with a wooden water wheel that of course in time rots and has to be replaced, last year in Las Vegas I saw this water wheel that's in the Bellagio, and it's about 20 feet in diameter. This one's 6. But anyway, I took pictures of it and brought it back, and local tradesmen here used that picture to duplicate it, or basically, and made me a steel one here, which now I don't have to worry about it rotting. It'll last the rest of my life anyway. So that's my water wheel. Now the stone work I started really back in February, and we completed it right at the end of October. So it took a little over 7 months, almost 8 months, to do the whole trail. In fact, it about wore me out just getting all the supplies, bringing the supplies to my mason, Cesar Lopez, which did a fantastic job. But like I say, he worked me to death just keeping him in supplies. The trail is just under 800 feet around, and the elevation from up here at the house to the bottom, as you'll see, is about 30 feet. I bought this lot 20 years ago after we bought the house, and I did this trail just as a walking trail, nature walking trail. But I knew that at that time my mother was still alive, and I was going to landscape this thing, and I knew she could not walk from the top down to the bottom and back up. So I widened the trail into a golf cart path so I'd be able to take her around. And boy, am I glad, because if you'll see in a minute, you get down to the very bottom and you won't come back up. You needed something like another tool. By the time you walk back up, you wasn't interested in taking the tool back down and doing any more work. So in comes the golf cart here, of course, and it has served me well over the years. And the real steep places down here, I went ahead and put pavers in, because the pea gravel that I cover this trail with, they're about like marble. So, and when you got heavy loads on the golf cart or other equipment, they just spin. So I put the pavers in to prevent that. And so far they've worked out real well. Now we're at the very bottom of the trail. And yeah, we've got a few blooms of the Encore azaleas, but most everything, of course, is not bloomed. This is in fall time. I blew all the leaves off this thing this morning. As you can see, they're all right back. Well, I say all right back, but covered anyway. And here we got the bell tower. Yeah. I had Cesar do a little offset right here, and we put in a little bench there, so this is about halfway around, so we have a little resting area to sit down and look back on the trail. Now, for those that know about the bear, and those that don't, I'll tell you the story. I was right here on this part of the trail when I looked back toward the house and saw something black trying to climb a tree. And I thought, well, geez, I got some of the neighbors' cats trying to climb a tree back here. So I stepped up on the rock wall here to the left so I could see over these azaleas. And lo and behold, if it wasn't a baby cub, black bear cub, and he was right trying to climb that pine tree right straight in front of us here. And of course, immediately the thought goes through my mind, there's a baby cub there, there's a mama bear somewhere around here. And my thoughts immediately was, is she behind me? And at about that same split second, I hear a crash, and I look over the cub here to the pond, and that green post, if you can see it right beyond the bell tower here, had a big bird feeder which was electrified. It's a wild bill bird feeder, which is got it's electric, so to keep out the squirrels. Well, she had hit it, and of course it had shocked her, and here she comes, I mean, flying toward the cub and me behind the cub. And of course I said, legs don't let me down now. And I took off down the trail and out on the street and get away. But that was something. Linda said we went to Yellowstone this year for vacation, and she said we didn't even see a bear paw print. Come home, we got 4 in our backyard, 3 cubs and a mama bear. They went down to our neighbor here place, had a big oak tree, and when that oak tree ate the acorns, all the neighbors came around, of course, taking pictures and so forth. Never a dull moment around here. And here's the back side of the pond. They got 4 little ponds going down in the big pond. A friend of ours that had the houseboat on our dock, Larry Lou Allen, his construction company did this for us many years ago. Lou Allen actually built Whitewater, the first phase of Whitewater. Did a real good job. Looks just like a stone right here is that bridge going across. And here we have made the loop. Hope you enjoyed the show.